Hey everybody, it's Chris with MultiGP. I'm here with Daniel from Rotor.
Howdy.
And we just wanted to show you exactly where all the magic happens for the Rotor road trip. So if you don't mind, if you could show us where you're living.
Pleasure. So you see here we're underneath our gorgeous awning which was actually a big surprise for us because we didn't even think that it would work. So the first time we pulled that out, we were very surprised that it had no tears. And it's pretty much the best thing on the RV. It's the patio, baby. We've got our own styling on the RV, adding nice decals for speed. Every extra decal adds a horsepower apparently, so we've got a few horses. Like how do I control the brute power that comes out from underneath it? Throttle control. You know, it's something I've learned from flying racing drones. Is throttle control, and you need it in a baby like this. So we'll go inside and have a look inside. We'll pass the bullet hole. That was from when we drove through Compton.
So I see a lot of writing here on the ceiling. What exactly is this all about?
Well, every event that we've been to so far on this trip, we've been on the road for about 2 months now. We've tried to get as many pilots and organizers of race events to come in and sign the roof. We've even had Cheryl from U-Haul in Washington. She filled us with propane, so we were like, well, you helped us out, you know, maybe you could sign the RV roof for us. So it's telling quite a story up there now, and I can't wait to see it once we get towards the end of the road trip. But I guess the elephant in the room right now is our water feature, which, because it's raining, it's activated and it's now dripping into my cooler in the middle of the RV. That's all my fault because I didn't seal the roof. I was told to do that when we bought it, but I was in California and it's obviously not raining there, so I didn't really need to.
So this is this looks like where every Rotor X is born, or only a select few?
No, it depends how easily we can get child workers in here to build the Rajus. So far it's been hard to come by in the US, so we haven't actually had much building going on in here.
Yeah.
In here is actually mostly Ross and myself. Like you can see right there, I'm putting a flight controller on a Raju. So when the Glade air freshener is proudly like presented on the side of the sink, you know, maybe you should steer a little clear of that little area.
So wow, look at this. This is modern technology. Is this a recent installation, or is that a factory?
You know what? They were that far ahead when they built this. Like, this was built by the same people who built the shuttle. So
which shuttle? The airport shuttle?
Let's not talk about that.
So this is a triple E. Is there a double E?
I'm not sure. I don't think anyone would waste their time with the double E. If you see the features that this thing has, you wouldn't go backwards from here. But otherwise, I've been really happy with it. It's an ugly yet beautiful machine.
So, if what would you say is the most memorable experience you can talk about on camera that's happened in this RV so far?
Oh my God.
That you can speak of on camera.
That gets me. Yeah, that's a good point. I would have to say, like, the thing that just pops to mind was when we blew the rear tire and this whole thing shuttered. I'd managed to actually have a run cam sitting here, so I recorded it, but you just heard the bang and that was it. But it was freaky because we all of a sudden smelled propane. No. You know, it had tore out the back rear valves for our sewage and grey water. It ripped out half the exhaust, all in one hit. We're on the highway. It was like beginning of the trip, and totally just, I guess, set the stage for the kind of dramas we could expect to have with this little baby.
What's going to happen to this machine after it's done? Is it going straight to the AMA museum here?
That's what I think. I think it definitely should make its way to the AMA museum. I mean, I would feel bad for the kind of the stories that are building up in this thing to end up at a Wreckers or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna keep this road trip going and go to as many events as we can and create a bit of a history of the beginning of FPV racing in here. And
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Well, I've always thought that maybe in the the lobby of the Rotor building, when we become a big company, we can have this thing on a revolving. It can actually be the waiting room. You can just have it in there, and people have to sit inside it to wait to go to a meeting.
Right, we're in Muncie, Indiana, and from here you're heading towards New York.
Yeah, NAFPV.
Okay, NAFPV,
yeah.
Which is next week.
It's next week, so we've got to. Yeah, we.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make some. Get on the road. This thing you can do about what, 30-40 miles a day. Like
well, if you said miles an hour, you'd be pretty close.
Okay.
We can only do about 50 miles an hour, so anywhere, whatever the distance Google Maps says, we halve it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, we double it.
Okay.
And that's how long it takes us to get there.
I see.
And that's serious.
Yeah.
That's really how it is. It's not even a joke.
I'm excited to see how you're going to get this to Hawaii next year for the Drone Nationals.
Well, I was just thinking we would just remove the tires and just put like big drum barrels under there. We need to keep this road trip going. So support us, buy a t-shirt. We've got t-shirts for $20, but most of all, just if you want a Raju, order it. You support us, we can keep this road trip going.